What's up, everybody? I'm Kyle Winjack, and today we're going to take a deep dive into one of the most fundamental concepts in music theory. We're talking about intervals. If you follow the steps in this video, you're going to be able to name any interval in any key really quickly and accurately. This skill really comes in handy when you're arranging, improvising, composing, really doing anything related to music at all. I use this skill every single day, but it's only useful when you get it to the point where you're quick and you don't have to think about it at all. Because you don't want to actually be thinking about music theory while you're playing. You just want to be playing music. So I've created a few exercises that will help you get to the point where you're really quick and you don't have to think about it. So if somebody says a fifth up from F sharp, C sharp, right away, you don't have to think about it. So there's two main ways that I think about intervals. The first one is diatonically, and the second one is chromatically. So diatonically means within the context of a key or a major scale. And that's the one that we're going to be focusing on mostly for this video. In each key, we can assign the letters what's called scale degrees. So that means we give each letter a number in the order that it comes up in the scale. So for instance, C is 1 in C major, and then D is 2, E is 3, F is 4, all the way until you get back up to 8, which is the same as 1. And that's why it's called an octave when you get to the next letter of the same name. You can go beyond the octave as well, and that's what we call extensions. So 9 is the same as 2, 10 is the same as 3, 11 is the same as 4, etc. People tend not to use 12 and 15 as extensions. I'm not sure why that's the case, but the rest of them are often used: 9, 10, 11, 13. You're more likely to hear a fifth plus an octave or a seventh plus an octave rather than 12 or 15. But for the purpose of this video, we're just going to leave those extensions out altogether. So what we want to do is we want to get to the point where in any given key, you can name like 4 is F, 6 is A, 7 is B, 11 is F. You know, I'm in the key of C right now, but I could do the same thing in the key of B just as quick, even though a lot of people would consider that to be a harder key. So like 4 is E, 7 is A sharp, 6 is G sharp, 9 is C sharp. So the idea is that you want to be quick and accurate in any key, because if you have to think for a full bar what the 13 is or whatever it is, by the time you think of that note, that bar is already gone. So these exercises that I'm going to give you are designed to sort of help you get away from having to think about it so that you can just focus on playing music and you have that information accessible and thoroughly ingrained in your subconscious. So you could do it kind of old school analog and write all the scale degrees and extensions on pieces of paper and draw them from a hat and then name what that would be in a given key. For example, if you pulled out 5 and you're in the key of B, you would say F sharp. Or if you prefer to do it digitally, I've set up a link in the description where at the click of the mouse, it will give you a random number from the scale degrees and extensions, and then you can work on that in whatever key you happen to be working on that day. And I would recommend working on just one key at a time, especially in the beginning, because you want to make sure that you're really getting this information thoroughly mastered. So I would suggest spending at least 10 minutes at a time on any given key. And if you're doing multiple sessions a day, if you're going to work on this a lot, then yeah, maybe we'll get through a few a day, maybe even all 12. But for most people, probably 10 to 20 minutes a day is plenty. And then you've still got plenty of time to practice other things as well. If you want to also play the note on your instrument as you name it, all the better. So that'll be a great start. But then once you get to the point where you're feeling confident, I've created a little test for you to make sure that your skills are up to where they need to be. So here's how it works. I'm going to play this beat, and every 2 bars, I'll call out a number. And then you have 2 bars before the answer pops up on the screen. And you can do this in all 12 keys because I've set it up so that each of these boxes on the screen corresponds with a given key. So you just focus on whatever box corresponds to the key that you're working on. So for example, if I was working on the key of E, I would focus on this green box here, and when I call out 4, then the answer will come up as A in that box. And then at a certain point in the exercise, we're going to go to double time. So instead of having 2 bars to answer, you'll only have 1 bar. And then once we do that for a while, it's going to cut in half again so that you've got 2 beats to answer, which is going to be pretty quick at that point. But that's the speed that you need to be able to think of these things at in order for it to be really useful to you. So keep coming back to this video until you can do this exercise in all 12 keys. I'm going to put a timestamp in the comments below so that you can skip straight to the exercise once you've already seen the intro and you know how it works. If you find this helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this and share it with a friend who would also enjoy it. So without delaying it any further, let's get right into the exercise. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. 5. 1. 3. 6. 4. 11. 2. 5. 9. 6. 7. 3. 6. 10. 8. 13. 9. Okay, double time now. 9. 4. 3. 6. 2. 4. 9. 4. 7. 10. 13. 11. 2. 1. 9. 6. 5. 13. 9. 1. 4. 6. 4. 3. 1. 5. 13. 9. 4. 1. 7. 3. 11. So if you're able to do that in 12 keys, you're doing really well, and you're going to notice a lot of benefits just from that. But stay tuned for the chromatic interval exercise video that'll be coming shortly. See you then.